Welcome to the A-Star Academy. This is the place where you discover yourself, where you discover your full potential, where you discover your full brilliance, where you unlock your brilliance, and where you learn it once and master it forever. Okay? So, this is what we're going to be doing. My students often ask me, how do I study? How do I even study? And how do I even make a study schedule? How do I stick to it? How do I stay consistent? So I'm going to explain it to you in these 5 simple steps. So step 1 is goal setting. We're going to learn a different way of goal setting. And then we're going to learn how to study. And then we're going to learn how to make a study schedule or a study timetable. And then we're going to make it fun, okay? Make it fun, because when you take the fun out of it, studying becomes boring and you just don't know how to do it. You dread it over and over again. So we're going to make it fun, okay? And then there's self-belief, because in everything that you want to achieve and everything that you want to do, the number one thing that I realize we need to focus on is self-belief, self-love, self-confidence, knowing that you already have it inside of you to do this, okay? So yeah, I don't know if you're seeing my full length here, but yeah, focus on this, okay? So let's do it. So the first thing we want to look at is this. Let me just do that there. Okay. So let me just extend this one way over there. All right. So goal setting. I want you to write down, we are doing math in this academy. We're focusing on math. So we're going to be using math as an example. But you can do this with all of your subjects. So let's say I'm currently a C student in math and I want to be the A-star student in math. I want to be an A-star student. I'm going to write this. This is the goal. Say you are writing your exams May, June 2026. You're going to say, my goal, okay, my goal, right? And this is the date. By, I'm going to say, when do the results come out? Yes, when the results come out, let's say then they come out in August, okay? That's an example. So you're going to say August, I'm going to say August 31st, 31st, August 2026, okay? That's when you're writing in May, June 2026, and your results are going to come out August 2026, and you're going to say, you are literally going to write this goal, picturing yourself with the results when they have already come out. You're going to teleport, if you may. You're going to imagine yourself already there. You're going to see yourself already there. Trust me, this works, because the things you tell yourself and you think about, that's going to form your reality. So this is how we are going to write our goal. I'm going to say, I am so happy and grateful now that I have achieved an A star, an A plus in math on my exams or on my results statement. Make it personal to you, okay? You can also say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am joyfully celebrating my A star in math. Okay, that makes it even more fun, and it gives you even that's excitement of like, yay, I'm celebrating this, we're doing this. So you can actually implement that one as well. Okay, so let me just fix this, because I have a feeling that you may not be seeing me fully. Let me just try a little bit. Okay, There we go. So we're gonna write this. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have achieved an A star in math on my results statement, right? So you're gonna do this. You're gonna write this statement on a piece of paper or on your diary, depends on what you use. What do you use most? If you don't have a diary or a personal journal that you always write your stuff on or always carry with you, you're gonna write this on a piece of paper and then you're gonna paste it on your headboard or paste it anywhere, maybe on your cupboard, any place that you constantly look at, or you can make yourself to constantly look at. So that's what we're gonna do. And then the next thing, so yeah, every time you sit down to study, you're gonna read this, okay? So you're gonna do that for all of your subjects. And if you want one major goal, if you want one global goal, you can do this. You can say, I'm so happy and grateful that I have straight A stars on all of my subjects. Okay, you can write it like that. So you're gonna do that, and then that's number one done. Okay. So then, how to study? So I'm gonna give you a basic trick to do this. Let's say you're studying English, because I often have students telling me, ma'am, I hear you, but I don't even know, how do I even study English? Do you study English? I'm like, yeah, you study English. They said, like, how? So there are resources nowadays that we use that can give you past exam papers. Okay, for your course code, you just Google it. I'm gonna link. I'm gonna link these. Okay, but I'll just write them here. We have study walls. Study vault. You can navigate through the system. Just go Google study vault and you'll get it. We have extreme papers. Okay. And then we have Papa Cambridge. These are the ones that I personally use. Okay. These sites will give you past exam papers for free. Okay. So you're gonna go there, then you're gonna be doing that. You're gonna use your past exam papers, solve them. Just take out the paper and solve it and solve it and solve it. If you don't know how to do it, and if you don't know the answers to the questions, go to your notebook, go to your textbook. You're going to read your notes and then you're going to use that to solve it. You're actually looking at the answers because this is studying, okay? Here we're still studying. This is not the exam. So this is how you study. The more you are doing that, the more the information is getting stuck in your brain. Okay, the more the information is getting stuck in your mind, and the more you remember it. That's what studying is. That's how you grasp this information. Okay. Another thing is to turn your. I'm gonna write it here. Turn the objectives from your textbook. Objectives, topics, headings, headings and subheadings into questions. Okay, this will never fail to help. Okay, so you turn this into questions and then you're going to read over the topic, right? And then you're going to turn these into questions on your own separate paper or workbook or revision book, and then you're going to answer these. Okay, you answer them as they are in the notes or in the textbook. And then another thing is to correct all of your past exam papers. All of the exam papers you've done, all of the test papers you've gotten from your teacher, just take those, all of them, and do the corrections on them. Find out the questions that you missed, that you got wrong on all those papers, and do the correction on them. Find out the answers for them. Go to your notes, go to your textbook. That will help, okay? That's how you're going to do it. And then so I would say we are done with this one. Okay. Then if you have a textbook, do all of those exercises. Nowadays there are books that actually give you the solutions to the exercises inside the book. So if you can get such a book, get those, okay, because they're brilliant, especially for math. Like I know this one for math, it's amazing, okay? So you're gonna get those, okay? And then you're gonna solve all of those exercises and tests and exam tests and all those preparations. You're going to do all of them and check your answers. If you didn't get it right, go to the concept, go to the notes in that textbook and read over it, okay? And then you go and implement what you learned and fix it, all right? So that's number 2 done. Now, study timetable. I don't like complicating my study timetable because the more I complicate it, the less I actually stick to it. So I'm just going to keep it simple. Let's say you're doing 8 subjects or 6 subjects, okay? Let's say you're doing history, math, English, physics, chemistry, biology, and literature. Okay, so how many are they? 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, we're just going to add geography here. Okay, so you work according to what you have, and you're gonna pick a sweet hour where you know that in that hour you're not doing any chores, you're not doing anything. That is an hour that you can confidently say, every time on this day at this hour I am free. We're just gonna pick 1 hour. You're gonna dedicate 1 hour for your subjects, for your revision, for your study. Okay, and that's if you are doing 6 subjects or 7 subjects, but if you're doing 8, there's going to be one day where you will need to do 2 hours. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm just going to pick them randomly. Let's say we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and if you want to include Sunday, you can. Okay, depends on you. And you're going to do this. Then you're gonna have like the time for the different days. Okay, let me just get this. So here we're gonna have, okay, the time. This will be the time here. Okay, just write, okay, time and subject. I'm gonna say subject. This is just so simple and it's nothing technical or special. Just doing this so that you get the concept. Do you see how that looks? Already we are done like with most of the work. We're just writing the time and the subject. And also, okay, let me see, if we have Monday, we have this, and at this time we have that. Okay, let's say on Monday you want to have 2 subjects. Okay, you're gonna have like time and subject for Monday. All right, you can have like time and subject again here. Just do it your own, okay? Do your own table. That makes sense. You can even write down just as a paragraph. So we're gonna have time and subject again. Okay. So this on Monday, let's say I'm just picking them random. We're gonna do history. Oops. Okay. History, math, English, physics, chem, bio, literature, and then we have geography left, right? It was just 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. What did we skip? Oh, these are 7 days. Okay. So maybe the day that I'll have an extra hour, I don't want it to be on a weekend. Maybe I'll just make it Tuesday. Okay. So then I'm going to put my extra subject on that Tuesday again, and the subject, which is geography, right? So now we're gonna pick our sweet hours. Let's say on Monday, I know for a fact that on at 7 p.m. I'll be done with all my chores and I'm not doing anything much. I'm just gonna put Monday as 7 p.m. And then this one, maybe it's also 7 p.m. Maybe this one is 4 p.m. That's the sweet hour from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then this one maybe 8 p.m. Okay, then maybe 8, maybe 3 p.m. If you are an afternoon person, I don't do mornings. I can't do mornings. I can, now that I know that I can do anything, but I prefer evenings because that's when I'm most active. Okay, so do what works for you. And then Sunday, we're gonna have, let me say, maybe 8 a.m. Okay, so for this extra one, the time is gonna be maybe on Tuesday, I have a 7 p.m. slot, and I can have an 8 p.m. slot again. Okay, and that's what you're gonna do. And then you're gonna go to your phone. Okay, if you don't have a phone, you can ask your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your guardian, whoever is around, your sister, to like set alarms for you. So you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna set this alarm on my phone. Every time, every Monday at 7 p.m., the alarm goes off. And you can label it study history. Okay? You're gonna do on Tuesday, you set an alarm for 7 p.m. on Tuesday. It says study math. Okay? That's it. So simple. Just make it this simple if you have nothing. But if you already have one, come on, girl. Come on, man. You know you can do this, okay? If you already have a study timetable established, you can do this, okay? You just have to stick to your schedule. Set that alarm if you keep going off it. Set that alarm so that you can study, all right? So that you can do what you told yourself you would do and you can get your A star, because this is so very possible for you in that subject, in math, in English, in history, in chemistry, everywhere. Trust me, okay? So you can do this, all right? So timetable done, okay? And now we're making it fun, okay? Make this fun for yourself. For example, I do Duolingo. If you don't know that, that's a language learning app that helps me learn any language I want. So I'm learning Spanish, and it has this streak thing. When you miss a day, it sends you this little messages to remind you, come on, like you're letting yourself down and stuff. Take it as a streak, okay? If you skip a day, you know that like you're letting you down, okay? Make it fun, make it like a fun streak. You want to keep your streak for the whole week, okay? And if you like, you can skip one day, make one day a rest day, maybe Sunday, lazy Sunday, and then you can add this subject, literature, to any one of these days. Okay? Do what's working for you, do what works for you. Okay? So make it fun for yourself. And also, there's so many fun acronyms in chemistry, in math. I use many in math as well, and there are many in so many other things. For example, in math, you know your soccer tour, the soccer song, soccer tour. That's when you are using the sine, the tan, and the cos when you're finding an angle or a side in a right angle triangle, right? That one. Okay. So those things help you remember soccer tour all over the place. You know that, like it makes it fun for you. And in chemistry, there's one particular one. It says, "I'm very useful." I just learned this week, so yeah, it's so funny. It says, "I'm very useful." Um, oh no, it says, "Remember me, remember me. I'm very useful and exciting." Yeah. How do you write exciting? Yeah, exciting girls. And guess what? This is actually not chemistry, it's physics. It's the electromagnetic spectrum, the spreading of those waves. So this remember is radio waves. Radio waves. And then me is microwaves. It shows you how those waves are lined up. Microwaves. And arm is, what is that? Infrared. Infrared. Okay, infrared waves. And very is visible light. Okay, and then useful is ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet. And then exciting is X-rays. And then we have girls, which is gamma rays. Like that literally makes it so fun. Look at that. Okay. So do whatever it is that makes it fun for you. Okay. Make it a streak. Get a study buddy. Ask each other questions like you're an examiner doing an oral exam. Do all of those things, all of those crazy fun things you can think of. Okay. Make it fun. So we're done with that. Okay. And then number 5. Actually, this should have been number 1. When I say that you already have inside of you all the potential to ace those exams, to ace all of your subjects, I'm not just saying that. I say that because as far as you can understand everything I just explained, you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you already have the potential to do it. You can ace all of your exams. You can understand all of the concepts that are being taught in those exams and those subjects. And there's no how you can fail. Okay? You just need to set your goal, read it every day. Read it every day as you're studying. Read your goal and stick to your schedule. Stick to your schedule. There's no magic formula. And know that God is working with you. The universe is working with you. Your higher self is working with you. You're the best there is, and there's nobody else like you, okay? So I want you to remember that. Please do remember that, okay? And believe that you can do it. Why not you? Other people are doing it. Why not you? Why can't you? There's absolutely no reason. If you came up with a reason, know that that's just the big snooze trying to talk you down. That's just the big snooze trying to tell you things that are not true. That's not you, because you are divinely created, okay? You are God's most powerful, and you can do this. I want you to remember that, and I want you to believe that starting today. Tell yourself that. Go to the mirror every day. Tell yourself, I can, I will, I do, no matter what. I know that my success is guaranteed, because it is, okay? So I want you to do that. And if you want to work with me, just go down below this link, okay? Just go down on this link and get a trial lesson, okay? Just do a trial lesson and see whether we're a good fit to work together, and also see all the magic that we can come up with from that trial lesson. And I'm telling you, you will not leave as the same person you came as, okay? And I'm going to remind you how powerful you are, that you already have within you everything, okay? You just need a reminder, all right? And the reason that you probably haven't gotten to where you want to be with your academics is because you haven't found somebody who got you, who understood how you learn, because we all have different learning styles, okay? So trust me, bet on you and give yourself a chance. I hope this helped you, and I hope you got some value from this. I hope you can take this and use it. Don't just listen to this and then go on to the next thing that you believe will like make it click. Apply this. You would definitely, I guarantee you, if you apply this for 3 months, 6 months, until you write your exams, I'm telling you, you will see that improvement. Okay? So this was amazing. I can't wait to see you in that trial lesson. So see you then. Thank you so much. This is Rachel, and this is the A Star Academy. You're a star. Okay? Bye.